Okay, I have this turned on and you can see 2.13 on the meter, and on the scope you see there's information going through. It shows 2.5 volts there, which is a volt minimum, 0.9 volt max, 2.65. Showing information going through on the CAN data line. That's CAN low, I believe. Okay, this is CAN high right here. Notice CAN high is going to 4 volts. Had to move the trigger level higher for the CAN high. Stabilize it. Those are the information that's going through. Whatever it's saying it. I want you to notice something. Do you see how I'm on CAN high and how those little points in the packet are sticking up? Let me see. Point I could show you. These points right here. This is sticking up. I have the trigger set right here, and the points are sticking up. When I go to CAN low, these points are going to stick down. Okay, you can see how it's going down. The trigger was set in the middle on the CAN high, and when I switch to CAN low, the trigger now is above the CAN signal, and those humps are pointing down. So it's actually showing that CAN low is mirroring CAN high, but just opposite of what CAN high would be. So again, you look at that CAN high, and I'm gonna do CAN low, or that's CAN low right there. I'm gonna do CAN high. See how it jumped back up? Trigger is right in the middle. So it's getting information on the CAN line, but yet it has these U codes that they can't communicate with the TCM. So now what's the next step? Let's see. I already am checking one of the grounds on the TCM because I'm hooked to one of the grounds that goes to look like a chassis ground. It's working, or I wouldn't have the signal. So now I got to see if there's any other grounds that goes to this computer. Then I got to check for voltage that goes to this computer, because the grounds this computer should be reading, because the bridge is up, which means the CAN data signals are there. It should go through. Could be a faulty computer, I don't know. So I got more checking to do. So what I'm gonna have to do, let me check see if there's any other grounds to check on this computer. And then I'll move on to the voltage signals and see if the voltage is what it's supposed to be.
Okay, there were 2 grounds that I needed to check on the computer that I saw. And I checked those and they tested out fine. The very last thing I'm checking is there's a red, what is it, a red with an orange stripe wire that is a battery positive wire. I'm checking that to see if it's getting power to the TCM, and so far it is 14 volts. So I'm getting that. So I'm getting very close to saying that this computer has an issue, because it has the data lines that are working, it has grounds that's going to it that are intact, and it also has the battery voltage that is intact. So if everything else can't communicate with the TCM, everything else is telling on the TCM, then it's probably safe to assume, or I say form a hypothesis, that this TCM has an issue. Because I've tested everything around it, it should be sending a signal, and I can't communicate with it, neither can anything else communicate with it. But it's getting everything it should get in order to communicate. So I'm going to see what else needs to be done to this, but I'm pretty much figuring out that this thing is going to need a TCM in here. Let me do a little bit more searching here.
Folks. I don't know if this is the issue, but I gotta check this out. I have a circuit here which is 0.24. This is number 10 in the white connector. Where is this thing here? Right there. It's a yellow with an orange. It's terminal number 10, yellow orange, and it's supposed to be the transmission control circuit out. Well, that circuit runs back to itself to see if it is actually putting it out, I guess, and also it runs to the sensors, which the output, the input speed sensors, things like that. And I have to check to see if this is accurate. I'm sure, I at least believe that it's supposed to be putting out more than what is it putting out? This wire in the way. .26 volts. Yeah, it's putting out more than 0.26 volts. So I've checked everything to this computer, all the wiring. It has 2 grounds. I checked that, make sure that it has the proper ground. I checked the battery positive voltage wire, and I checked the CAN data wiring to make sure that they were getting the correct signals, and also that the resistance was the right resistance, which was 58 ohms. And now I'm checking a terminal that says the transmission control, let me see, transmission control circuit out, that's supposed to send out a voltage. I don't see that happening. I don't know why, but what I'm going to do, I am going to get a computer and see if this computer is the issue, because I've checked enough to where I'm pretty confident in going for this computer. Now, if I install a computer and it doesn't work, that's how it is sometime. Then you got to go and try to find out how come you missed your diagnosis. But I'm going with a computer on this.